small critique, again for the men in the audience. The next day, like, I think it's fine to shout out, just throw out a little text the next day saying, hey, just want to let you know I had a great night last night, and I'm still here, whatever, not gonna stand you up, like, never going to talk to you again. Just kind of one of those, hey, had a good time last night, hope you did too, just to kind of gauge the reaction the next morning. Some girls kind of think that's cute, like they look at that. If you had a good time, they're gonna look at that and be like, oh, he's still there, like, that's awesome. But like asking her out again 2 nights in a row, you just don't want to do that. Like, you just don't want to do that. Let it draw it out. Let it draw out for a little while. Always keep them wanting more.
So this is where I think it gets a little bit tricky with dating. So I'll tell you what I think about this. I actually, on the one hand, I can respect that he would write her the next day. Because I know a lot of times there are all these rules about things, but oh, don't write the person too soon, this, that, and the other. And I can appreciate both. But here's the thing. I'm of the mindset, like, if I like you, I'm gonna tell you. I'm the kind of person, I don't like many people. Like, I don't feel attracted to many people. I'm the kind of woman, I'll literally walk up to you in a bar and I'll say, hey.
All right. I gotta get comfortable for this. Joy's gonna toss me a line.
So here's the deal. I feel drawn to you. I don't know why. I don't fucking know you. Don't know if you feel the same way. If you do, here's my number. Hit me up. If not, no fucking big deal. It was just fun to hang out for a second. And then gauging by the reaction, I either walk away or we have a conversation.
Joy, I would say to you that thing, whatever it is, that has drawn you to me is called sexual attraction. And you got that sexual attraction because you looked over at me and you saw me and you went, ooh, he's cute. And you wanted to get my dick. Like, you... Oh, Joy.
Like, so I can appreciate somebody being direct like that, but at the same time, after one date, you would have to be able to gauge how the date went.
Well, if you have social anxiety and you don't really understand, the nuance of interactions with people because you don't really do it a whole lot, you're not going to catch that. Sorry, I'm just saying, not going to catch that.
Because a lot of women aren't going to be as direct as I am, or maybe some other women are. So if you know it was 100% great, you're getting verbal affirmations on this, then I can understand. But in this case, motherfucker, she's giving you all the signals that she's really not that interested. But because you are wanting to put so much pressure on her to get what you want, you're trying to come up with any excuse to make it seem that way.
Where the fuck are you getting this? From what I've seen, what are you talking about?
And that's why the text the very next day can come across creepy. Because you didn't get the cues that she actually is really into you.
Well, no, that's why social anxiety sucks so bad. Like, that's why social disorders suck. Because you don't get that shit. And people use that to their advantage more often than not. It's sad. Like, it's really sad.
Just wanted to call and see if you got my text from the other week. Hit me up, send me a message on Facebook or something. I'm around. I have my phone on me.
Pretty nice, right? Yeah, man, I think she's like...
Alright, so... He waited a week. He texted her. And then didn't nothing again for a week. That it could have been far worse. It could have been a constant fucking texting her all the fucking time thing and really fucking annoying her. They could go the stalker route with this. But all in all, he doesn't really seem like a terrible guy. Like, he waited a week before he called her and said, hey, just fucking what's going on here? And she's the one that doesn't have the fucking balls to pick up the phone and be like, look, it's not going to work. Well, I'm not that into you. She can't even do that shit. Just nothing. Like, fucking really?
All right. So if she doesn't call you and it's been a whole week, probably one of those things you want to let go of. Do you really want to chase somebody who doesn't really want to be around you?
Well, no. But he doesn't get that she doesn't want to be around him. Just going by what I've seen in the fucking video so far, he didn't get that. So, no, he doesn't know what to think at this point. He's fucking hopeful. He's overly hopeful.
I don't know. And some men do that. Some men will just chase and chase and chase and pursue a woman who really doesn't want them and try to break them down. I don't like that style either. That works for some women, I guess, but a lot of women I know, that just makes us really uncomfortable because it's like, oh, here's our boundaries, you don't respect it.
Yeah, see, I honestly, I'll agree with her on this. Like, the guys that really fucking hound girls, like, first of all, no, fuck that. The only thing to think is, you're begging. Like, you're begging. Why are you begging? Fucking, don't beg. It isn't worth it. Don't fucking beg. Jesus Christ.
Thanks. But in this case, motherfucker, she's probably not that interested. So for you to continue to hold on to a situation where she's showing all the signs that she's not interested and still trying to pursue it like that and still fantasizing about it and showing her off like you actually have something with her, if she's not responding back, if she's not showing interest and there isn't some big reason why, probably better to let it go instead of look creepy and hold on to it.
Yeah, but he's not catching the nuance of those signals, Joy. I don't know what video you're watching.
Because again, when you're holding on to something like that, you are still continuing to hold on to and put on expectations and pressure on a person who obviously wants no more interaction.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't do that. Like, okay, don't do that. You're begging. Don't beg. Like, I agree with her on the point. I just don't understand where she's seeing it in the context of the video that we're watching.
Dude, come the
I'm gonna text her.
fucking punch me in the face, dude. Give me my phone. Give me my fucking phone.
So we're establishing that, his only real interaction with people is a guy that treats him like shit. That's not good. That's not healthy.
And again, maybe you should just get better friends who aren't pieces of shit. No, we couldn't do that. It would be too awkward. It would hurt too much on a social energy level inside to actually go talk to people and try to make friends and share yourself. Because remember, every time you actually interact, you're really just wanting to get something out of the person.
Well, I would say that if you have social anxiety, probably your mindset is better to have a friend that's an asshole than no fucking friend at all. I mean, whatever the reason is that he's hanging out with it. I mean, maybe that's how he doesn't have a fucking job. Maybe he lives with that fucking dude. He's not really in a position where he can fucking tell that dude to go fuck himself. Guy doesn't seem to make very good fucking choices. Might be because of his social anxiety. I don't know. I'm just going off what I see in the video. He's bullied by everybody around him. That sucks.
The pressure on her and waiting for a text that's never gonna come because you've decided not to be able to read social cues because you still just desperately want to get what you want.
Waiting at the phone for a text, putting pressure on her? Joy, I'm waiting for you to text me. Do you feel pressured? What? It's good advice. Get a job, retard. But, like, I mean, that was his first affirmation that it fucking wasn't gonna happen with her. It's kind of fucked up to hear nothing for weeks and then then you see her with some other dude. That, like, so far I'm seeing kind of a cunty bitch.
Alright, number one, if she's not interested, fuck it. Go on to something else.
And it looks to me, judging just by the anonymous messages of more advice that was coming into him, he was saying, fuck it, and going on to something else. The messages seem to me to be back at the drawing board. This time, get a job. Because fuck it, we're moving on. What video are you watching, Joy?
You don't have to wait around for anybody else. Like, and it's funny because I have had issues in this with my past and holding on to people. Like, fucking go move on to somebody else. Because it's not like you guys shared this big interaction. You went out once and nothing happened. No reason to get too hurt, no reason to make a big story out of it.
I would say hearing nothing for weeks and then seeing her with another guy, that might give you a reason to feel hurt. Especially if you didn't catch up on the nuance of her, yeah, sure, we'll see each other again soon.
Move on, and getting a job would be great. Now, I go back and forth about the world of work for many reasons, but get involved with something that you care about that can sustain your life. And if that's work, do it.
I'm really interested to know what in the fuck you mean by that. What are your different viewpoints on work? Like, I can't wait to see that video.
But don't expect just because you have a job and just that you have money means you're gonna go ahead and get pussy, because you still have to develop yourself as a person, which you're still showing that you haven't, because everything is just so painful, every interaction you have. And for what? Why?
Probably because he has social anxiety. And he needs to go and see a therapist for that. He can't just do it on his own. It's not as easy as that for some people, Joy. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the man's head. I'm not going to put words in his mouth, and I'm not going to diagnose him on anything other than what I see in the video that we're watching. But he looks like he has some issues with social anxiety. And that isn't entirely something that you can just fucking shrug off if you have it on the level of a disorder.
Motherfucker really have to Google how to get a job. How old is he? He looks like he's got to be in his mid-20s, right? And he hasn't had a job yet, but he looks like he lives in an apartment with friends on his own.
Which is interesting, because that makes you believe that maybe the reason why he hangs out with those assholes he hangs out with is because free rent?
And get the Jason Bateman look. Well, it's more the Jason Bateman feel.
Poor Jason Bateman. Why do you have to malign poor Jason Bateman? Jason Bateman didn't do anything wrong. Nobody brought Jason Bateman into this. You brought Jason Bateman into this. I personally think Jason Bateman is a very good actor. They're talking about Patrick Bateman, guy from American Psycho, because it's assholes on the internet. You still haven't caught on yet that it's assholes on the internet. It's assholes on the internet that are giving this dude advice, and they're telling him to be like Patrick Bateman. Now, if you've ever watched American Psycho, you might understand that he's not entirely telling him to go murder people. It's the whole look like a fucking businessman thing. It's, I mean, it's a good message. But nevertheless, while she decided to bring Justin Bateman, fucking for no reason, brought that poor man into this shit, she still I think understands the reference. I just think she fucked up the name. I just thought it was funny.
Because you feel creepy because you keep trying to put pressure on everybody. Just relax, motherfucker. Relax and get over your social anxieties like we all do at puberty, or a lot of us do at puberty.
Well, the reason why some people don't get over it at puberty is because it's something they need therapy for. Joy.
Fred?
Oh. Like, honestly, it's another moment where I have to kind of look at the video by BuzzFeed and go, aw, they got him, like they're giving him a chance. This is awesome. It almost makes you want to pull for him, unless, of course, you just see him as a scumbag piece of shit. But, I'm not willing to be that harsh on the man, I guess.
Part makes me really angry to where my head's gonna pop off, and I don't understand. You're sitting and waiting for the interview, and it's just too much to sit there and wait. That's too awkward for some reason.
Social anxiety is the reason.
So you get up to leave and they call your name and you do this look of, oh, it's so painful for somebody to call my name. Do you really have that little self-worth? And look, I have self-worth issues when it comes to certain things. But I swear to God, you can't handle sitting in a waiting room with other people and not walking out? That's too hard?
For some people out there, yeah, it is.
You can't handle somebody calling your name to go inside the interview that you set up? Why the fuck are you running away from an interview before it even happens? That makes no sense.
No, that's why they call it an uncontrollable disorder. Because it's an irrational thing. It's not supposed to make sense.
We'll let you know. Fred? We'll let you know.
Goddamn patriarchy.
You can see with each time he walks out the door, he's looking slightly more confident, and that's how it works.
Again, I don't know what video you're watching. Like, it seems very deceptively like you're watching the same video that I am, but I don't think you're watching the same video that I am. He doesn't look like he's getting any more fucking confident. He's still looking down. He's still very upset afterwards. I'm noticing. I mean, I'm just going by what I see in the video, but I'm not noticing a change here.
The more social interactions, the more things you try, the more people you try to meet, the more you put yourself out there, you will start to become more comfortable, take pressure off of yourself and everybody in the situation, and then things can come to you easier.
Just like that.
Like, you can attract into your life what is you want when you set your intentions without having all that pressure, but you gotta get out there and try and get over it being so painfully awkward. It's just fucking people, dude. It's just fucking people with fucking opinions. And you gotta get over that shit and just be yourself. And then figure out who the fuck you are in the process. But I swear to Christ, you're not gonna get a job if you can't be confident in yourself. Job interviews are all about selling yourself, selling who you are, selling your ability to not just do the job well, but better than anybody else that they're going to talk to. You have to develop that kind of confidence, and that just comes from a lot of trial, a whole lot of error, and a whole lot of rejection. Rejection is just fucking part of life.
I have a different set of advice. I don't really think you have to sell yourself. I've been on both ends of the hiring process, and what I generally try to do is I like to be reassuring to people when I'm talking to them. I already know I'm a good worker. I don't need to convince you I'm a good worker. You'll find out I'm a good worker if you give me the opportunity. But I'll assure them with things like, I stick to my break times. I'm on time as often. I mean, I'm always on time. If I'm ever not on time, something's wrong. Like these types of things. I stay after. I'm willing to do the extra mile. I'll do whatever you tell me. Reassure them of what they want to see in you, which is a good worker. That's all an employer wants. They just want you to be a good worker. You don't need to sell yourself. If you're going to come in there and try and sell yourself to me, that makes me think that you have a reason to have to sell yourself. I don't want somebody to sell themselves to me. I want to see in you something that I think I can build on as an employer to make you a kick fucking ass employee for me. I want you to do well because if you do well, I do well. Right? And I want to do well because then my boss looks good. It's the chain up. It's capitalism. So if you're selling yourself, it automatically makes me question, why do you need to sell yourself to me? What's wrong with you?
Fred? I'll let you know.
Aw, shit. Goddamn patriarchy.
Now this I don't understand. Why was that so painful? The others you're like, okay, feeling a little bit better, and this one is just, it's so hard to talk to somebody. And I'm just like, you're how old, motherfucker? You're how old?
Well, regardless of his age, he has fucking some sort of anxiety issue. He has to deal with people. He could have phobia even. He could have a slight phobia, who even fucking knows? This could be terrifying for him. I don't know. It could not even be an anxiety type of thing. I don't know. I don't know the signs of anxiety, but as opposed to phobias. Whatever. So, but clearly he has problem dealing with women. He gets rejected by men all the time. Just by seeing, what I've seen in the video, there hasn't been a guy in this fucking video that hasn't rejected him in some form or another at some point. And at this point, there hasn't been a woman that has fucking done much better by him. So for him to get rejected again, looking for a job, and this time by a woman, that's almost like saying, look, even women are telling you money isn't going to be enough, dude. You're just not worth it. I don't want to put fucking words in his head. I'm just going by what I see on the video.
And this is where I think we have to be careful. As much as I love technology, technology has enhanced and changed all of our lives. We have to be limiting, all of us, on how much we use it. Because we're going to lose the ability, the art, the fucking instinct on how to communicate with one another.
I agree with that. And I think that you lose a lot of the nuance in conversation when you're texting. The text is very often taken the wrong way. But you don't text to everybody. You still get human interaction on the basic level. And if, you meet somebody through texting or online or whatever, sooner or later you're going to have to meet them. And you're going to have to interact. It's going to happen. Technology isn't going to get to the point where we're never just going to ever talk to each other. And if it does, then that's how society is going to evolve. And we're just going to get to that point. And maybe in a couple of fucking 1,000 years, we won't even have fucking mouths anymore. Who even knows? But I don't know. It sounds to me like you're pushing an agenda here, like an anti-technology agenda. I don't know.
I feel like 80% of doing what you want in this world is knowing how to project yourself and communicate the right way. But when you're on your phone the whole time, avoiding all of those painful interactions and how awkward it can be, when you're doing everything you can to avoid that, you never get over that. You never develop the thick skin and develop who you are.
Well, he's a weak man that has, social disorders of some sort or another. So the internet might be the only way that he can really actually comfortably interact with anybody and even at all try and be himself. That's an important first step. And then through years of therapy, and technology could even be used as a therapy tool at that point. Don't put on an effect. Don't get in the fucking chat sites and say, how do I get pussy? Say it like you'd say it. Don't say it like you're acting for a crowd. Be yourself online. It's so much easier when you're anonymous. You're not looking at them. They're not looking at you. Just be you. And then when you go out into the world, continue to be that person. And just interact with people in the same way that I can see that as being a form of therapy. Why not? Sounds reasonable.
This is such pussy mentality. You would think you would be getting better, and now this last one was just so hard. Why?
Because it was rejection from a woman. That's why.
Actually, can you start on Monday?
Happy days are here again. We got a job. Let's get some pussy.
See what happens when you assert yourself just a little fucking bit and put yourself into social situations you don't want to be in? Over time, good things happen. But let's see if he fucks it up or not.
God damn. Giving him a lot of fucking... Jesus Christ.
Hello.
Of course the dude online says she wants it, because it's fucking some dude online. But did you see what happened? She walked into the elevator, she looked at him, said hello, and he immediately turned toward... That's an anxiety disorder. That is some sort of social disorder. Come on.
Alright, this is getting fucking creepy. So a woman can't approach him and even say a polite greeting without him thinking that he's gonna get something from her, without him in his mind saying, yeah, she wants me to use her. Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me? You don't notice that it says anonymous. You didn't catch that he's asking for advice online. None of this is fucking registered to you. You decided to do this video, and you didn't even understand a BuzzFeed fucking video, for Christ's sake. Really? That is an expensive watch. And this is a dumb fucking idea.
Wait a minute. From one interaction, literally from one hello, you're gonna look her up, try to find whatever even possibly skeevy pictures you can, masturbate to her pictures, build a relationship in your head, and look up gifts to buy a woman that you don't know? That's fucking creepy. That, in my opinion, is some Jason Bateman creepy type shit.
You leave Jason Bateman alone. God damn it. But I mean, it's shitty advice he's getting online. You've so far missed the point that I am literally questioning if we are honestly actually watching the same video.
Are you kidding me? What makes you feel entitled just because she said hello to you? To like, that you can go and do...
Assholes online.
Giving people shit and giving people gifts and pushing shit on people like that, literally, if you don't know them, is so uncomfortable because you are assuming shit from them. Oh, I don't like this.
I don't like it either. You know what I don't like? I don't like that I honestly can't fucking tell if you are watching the same video that I am. Like, I don't like that you've missed the mark so much. Like, this is on YouTube, Joy. Like, you fuck with people for a living, Joy. You do what I'm doing to you. Like, what, you didn't... 400.
So literally, your whole goal with this one job is just to get paper so you can buy her a gift, so you can buy her affection before you even know her. Let's break this down. Okay, to this kid who's in this story.
Joy, let me break it down for you real quick. I'm gonna tell you this real quick. The only reason any man ever gets a job, Joy, is because we want to get pussy. Joy, it's the only reason. Honestly, if there was no pussy in this world, all men would be unemployed, because we would just hunt in the woods. That's how we'd survive. And we'd fuck trees, because that's all there'd be. Believe me, we get jobs because we want pussy.
Let's say some woman you don't know, or you know what, even some man. Let's say some man says hello to, you say hello to him once. He starts masturbating to your pictures. He has to go look them up in private. Then starts trying to build money to buy you a gift. You've only said hi to him once. How creepy does that feel?
That's really fucking creepy. This dude has gotten some bad advice online.
Here, it's kind of tricky. You have to just... Okay. Should be good now.
No. There was a lot of innuendo in that scene, and I just kind of want to laugh at it. It was very funny that it was a very long, slender... She fucking stuck it in. Like, for somebody with social anxiety, especially around women... Wow, his entire body must have been on fire when she was doing that.
And there he goes, in his mind, just using her for sex, assuming shit from her.
Alright, now, I want to admit something. I didn't watch the BuzzFeed video first. I watched Joy's video. Here, in the video, right now, as I was going through it, making my cuts, to find out where it was that I wanted to, say things. So this is the second time I watched it. I watched the whole thing through once to record it. I watched a portion of it to realize that I wanted to do it. I watched the whole thing through once to record it. And then I went through it and cut everything up. Here's the point in the video where it registered to me that it's all online people. Like, so I never watched the uncut video. I'm sure I would have caught that it was fucking online people talking and not him in his own head. I'm sure I would have caught that immediately had I been watching the unspliced video. But here's where I caught it. So imagine my joy, when fucking more than halfway through the video the second time around, I was like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing. You have failed in your assessment of this video so much. Like, you are not even, like, fuck ballparks, girl. You are not even playing the same sport as the point that this video is trying to make. I really wonder if you watched the same video that I did.
You know what? This is the second interaction, so I guess in his opinion, they're already fucking engaged, right?
Well, probably. I mean, that's probably what he's hoping for. You know, like, what's wrong with that? He's waxing romantic in his mind about what it would be like to be with the girl. And he's getting shit fucking advice on how to do it. But, you know, he's not fantasizing about raping her. I mean, I guess the masturbating to pictures of her, that's fucking really fucking... That's some social disorder right there.
So fucking weird. I swear to God. And look, I know men have sexual thoughts. I'm not sitting here and trying to put men down for being men. I know y'all get your dicks hard. I know you see a woman you like, and sometimes those thoughts can come into your head. I get that.
Sometimes. Joy. You don't get it. It's all the time. Louis C.K. did a bit where fucking he was talking about how women say, well, I can be dirty. I can be dirty too. I have dirty thoughts. And Louis is like, yeah, but you're a visitor to that part of fucking your mind. We live there. And it's true. We live there. It's constant with us. It's ingrained into our fucking every atom. We want pussy. It's what we want. It's the only reason we ever aspire to anything, is to get pussy. Like, we want fucking pussy. And we will suffer through dealing with you, and we will happily fucking have wonderful lives with you, even though you annoy the shit out of us. Because at the end of the day, we know it's a good possibility we're gonna get some pussy.
But the difference is, some men understand these are passing thoughts, these are hormones, and they go about their business. Other men go so far to entertain that and build something up in their mind that they're going to make a creepy situation happen with that woman, but then get mad at her for when she doesn't take your advances.
Did he get mad at her? I didn't see the part where he got mad at her for not liking his advances. Are you watching the same video I'm watching?
Bitch, she doesn't know you. Do you just go trying to get random presents for people and give it to them when they don't know you? It feels like somebody's trying to use you and get something from you when that happens. That is why it's so uncomfortable.
I know. That was terrible advice from those people online.